Hey ladies, welcome back to my channel. So I know I have no makeup on. I don't want to shock you with doing an intro and having full makeup and then cutting in and then you're like, whoa, what happened? Let's just shock you now. So all my intros are always with no makeup and that's just the way I like it. So I wanted to thank you though for all of your support with my last video last Friday where I said that I just couldn't do this anymore. And I just, it was funny because when I filmed the video, I didn't think too much of it until I started editing it. And then when it was like scheduled, I thought, yeah, I probably should take this down. Like, this is probably not the video I should be putting up. And I really thought about it. Like every hour I was like, you know what, I should take it down. Like, it's really silly. Like people are going to be like, what's wrong with you? And I really had such a great response of you going through the same thing or dealing with the same thing or giving me great advice. I've taken so much of your advice from getting the Franklin planner. I have plenty of planners. You know, I love writing. I'm a very visual, write down, highlight, check off kind of girl. But I was like, that's true. I've been struggling with the planners that I've had for years now. And I just feel like I don't have enough room to write. I can't really put everything down. So that was one thing that I changed. You can see I obviously have a very minimalistic background now, and I'm really paring down. I've really taken your advice, and it's in allowing myself to say it's okay to slow down and not to be on this hamster wheel that is on fire. And I really, really appreciate you. Just everything that you said and everything. I mean, some of the comments I laughed, some of them I cried. I was really, feeling very connected to you with just the struggles that I've had. And I'm very open about those. I have been since 2014, 2015, because I feel like that's the only way I can really move through doing what I do and not pretending. I'm just not a pretending kind of person. I'm a little bit more open and bold, which I never was on YouTube before because it wasn't about my personal life. It was about makeup and it was about looking like everybody else and it was about doing what everybody else was doing. And then it just kind of crashed and burned. And then I became very authentic and real and raw and stepped into being uncomfortable because it's not comfortable sharing with the world your struggles or with things that you think possibly would be taken or misinterpreted or what have you, because I know that's always a risk when you're honest and you're just being yourself. So thank you for the support. I really appreciate it. It really, helps me to keep going and doing what I'm doing. And so today we have a really great video, ladies. I love searching for foundations. I've tested so many different foundations, drugstore foundations, CC cream, BB creams. I've done a video of what the difference is, why you would want one and not the other, or maybe both would be great for you. I have done serum foundations. I've done expensive foundations. I've done so many across the board that I had something on my radar that I didn't know if it was possible or not. And it is now coming to life on this video. And that is, I found the most inexpensive foundation ever, $5 and change at CVS. And I actually really like it. I was so surprised. Okay, so you're going to be very excited. And I'm going to compare it to my most expensive foundation that I have shown on my channel, which is my Chanel. That was $150. So we're going to do half my face with Chanel and half my face with the $5 foundation. Now, I'm not about, let me find the cheapest product and it's definitely garbage. Well, I don't do that. I don't show you things that are not worth your time. I take my job, my videos very seriously, and I do the research, and I want to present you with options, and you make the decision. I'm here showing you stuff. I'm not telling you what to buy. I'm showing you what could be interesting, what could possibly work for you, but you ultimately make the decision to buy it or not to buy it, or do more research, or do whatever you want to do. Okay, so today we are going to go into a beautiful everyday look. This is my go-to everyday look. So we're just like rolling all the tips together in the video like I normally do. There's just so many tips that sometimes I'm just like, you know what? I just randomly will tell you a fabulous tip and it wasn't even planned. So it's really great. I'm going to be using the Elemis Dynamic Resurfacing Facial Pads. I've been using these. I like the Ever ones also, which is clean beauty. But these actually do not tingle because they don't have the AHA in them like the Everpads do. And I like that. Sometimes I really do feel my skin's very bright and refined and resurfaced by the Everpads, but I've been trying out the Elemis ones and I love the way that they smell. They're not aggressive, so if you have more sensitive skin, might be a good choice for you. I do have a blemish on my chin here, which is great. The only time I actually am very excited about a blemish because we're going to be testing out the foundation. So I'm going to put on the less expensive, or the less expensive. I wanted to say cheaper, but I don't really love that name or that word. So we're going to do on this side, we're going to just divide the face and we're going to see what goes on. So I'm prepping now and let's go right into moisturizer. Lots of different options for your moisturizer. You can go into a serum. I have the Caudalie, the brightening serum that I like to use. I also have the Premier Crew. This is the Le Serum from Caudalie. This is something that I rotate and show you all the time on my channel. The Quench, which is going to be a really beautiful, like, tall drink of water for your skin. Has cucumber in it. Really, really nice. Depending on, we're getting into spring, summer, so maybe your skin's kind of changing or doing something funky like mine. I don't know. This is hormonal, but that's okay. And I'm going to actually go in with my Rich cream. I know. I like going in with a heavier cream because it really hydrates my skin. It makes my foundation look amazing. So the more hydration, the better. And the reason why I really like this moisturizer is that it's not heavy and greasy. I've had plenty of formulations where I put on and I'm like, all of a sudden my skin feels like hot and sweaty. And that is like something I don't like. So I just put a little bit on. And you know what's nice about this is that besides the fact it's clean beauty, it feels velvety on the skin and it really nicely absorbs into my skin. So my skin's really nicely prepped and you can just see how it's giving it this beautiful gloss, but it's not shiny and greasy, and it'll just keep on absorbing until we get into the rest of the makeup. All right, so moisturizer is on and we're going to go right into our eye primer. So I'm going to prime my eyes using the eye primer. This is really nice because you can see I have the discoloration. I'm all about building up to the most beautiful everyday look. So I want to take out all of that darkness. I want to take out, for me, it's really darkness, pigmentation, just the way my skin is. Sometimes it might be for you, your blue veins coming through, or maybe it is redness, depending on. So this is a really great way to prime your lids, not only for longevity with your eyeshadow, but for the pure fact that your eyeshadow is going to look like the colors in the actual palette. Because if not, they're going to mix in with all of the discoloration and it's going to change colors, and you don't want that. Eye primer is on, set, ready to go. So you do see the difference. There is nice and neutralized now. So we are going to do the eyes first, going in with my Bottled Blonde, one of my favorites. This is just really a beautiful, can't go wrong. It is a full palette of sheen, a nice sheen to the eye. It pops, it's really beautiful. So you can see this on multiple different women that I have on my channel, on my Fierce Aging channel. I use this on my mom, really look beautiful. She's very, very fair. She has blue eyes and she has white hair. And then I have darker hair and I have a different skin color than she does. And you'll see it throughout the Fierce Aging on different skin tones and different eye colors. It's just a really beautiful palette. So I'm going to go in the middle of my eye, and I like to put the most, like, start off right here. And then I like to just sweep it to the side. So you can see it has just this beautiful, just a very natural kind of finish to it. So I will do this on my whole lid. I don't go in too high. And then we will build on this with a little bit of a darker color for the contour and just pop the under the brow with the lightest color. You could actually do the entire lid and stop there with the middle color if you want to. I'm going to just take the lightest color, go right underneath the brow bone. And now I'm going to take the darkest color and I'm going to give dimension to the outside corner of my eye. This is every day, so I don't spend a lot of time doing it. I like to just give right there. See, so you have it, it's very soft still. Not a lot of blending and a lot of action going on because it's every day and you don't need that much. And it's really nice because they're so silky that it goes in, goes on, it lays nicely. And I'm not doing a lot. I mean, I'm not picking up a lot of product either. So you have really just enough on the ends to give you a different color right there in the corner. You can do it all over, like as in going into the crease if you want to, depending on your look. But for me, this is what I like to do just for day. I'm gonna just take right underneath my eyes what I have left on the brush. I just like to give shadowing underneath my eye, just like this. And I don't have to be super precise about it. I just want to have that nice shadowing. As you can see, I wasn't even looking in the mirror, so you know it's definitely an easy color to work with. Let's go into curling our lashes. Getting excited, ladies. My heated eyelash curler is like weeks away. It's very exciting. Remember, you have to be on that newsletter because that is the easiest way I can communicate with like launches and private sales. You all enjoyed the Easter private sale that we just had. So that was really nice. So when I mention things here on the channel, I do follow through with them. So that was a really nice little private sale that we had. And I'm glad you all really did enjoy it. All right, so we have the lashes are up. We'll go into the dark chocolate. This is my waterproof eyeliner. I just give that definition to my eyes. I don't go overboard. As you know, liner for me has gotten very just slim as I've aged. I go right to the very lash line, build it up. Again, you don't have to be perfect. So when you apply it and it's not perfect and it's not straight, just go back and take your smudge brush or a short bristled brush that is dense, and you can go across your lash line and it just kind of smokes it up. It doesn't really give you that crazy smoky eye, obviously. You're just putting a little bit of this eyeliner on, but it's going to help you not have a jagged eyeliner. So this is going to look like it is my eyelid, but just enhanced. I just put a tiny bit, 3/4 underneath the eye, just to balance it out. So we're gonna go into mascara now, but you know what I'm gonna do? Exciting, I had it here and I was like, why haven't I been using this? This is from L'Oreal, it's voluminous, it's a primer. So I'm going to use a primer first on my lashes. And this is going to just give that separation. It's going to build up my lashes. It's going to make them appear to be longer. So it comes out white on your lashes and then you will coat over with your mascara. So I have found, I tried the Lancome. I didn't, I felt that I actually liked the L'Oreal brush better, and it does nicely coat your lashes. You can do as much or as little. You just want to make sure that you're getting this on all of your lashes, and then you're going to put on the mascara. You'll see a big difference. It's going to give you a little extra boost. The key here though with the white primer is not to get all clumpy. You don't want to have lots of clumpy white on your lashes. You want it to be nice and streamlined, just like you are applying mascara. I'm going to go in with my mascara, which is volumizing, and I'm going to coat right over this white. Look at that. Do you see already how much it grabs on and it lengthens? It's really a wonderful little tip, very easy to pick up at the drugstore, and give your lashes that extra power with one easy step prior to your mascara. So you can see the difference between the two. I mean, it is like wearing falsies, but not when you have the primer on first. Don't ask me why I haven't been doing it. It's been sitting here and I thought to myself today, I'm going to show the ladies this little technique that you can pick up at the drugstore. It is a great quality product and you don't need an expensive one, and it really gives you that power in your lashes. So this is the time where you would use your heated eyelash curler and really set the lashes. You're going to see a huge difference when you use a primer, then you use the mascara, and then you use the heated eyelash curler all day. Stay up, amazing. It's like hairspray for your lashes. So now we have the eyes done. Let's go in with a little Cocoa Brow Fix. Just run this right through my brows, and we're going to just kind of groom them, get them nice and up. So brows are done. Now this is the exciting part. Let's first prime the face with the Fiercely Smooth. This is going to be the clear, and this is my face primer that really blurs the skin. This is really, really pretty. So I like to, you'll see me on Fierce Aging where I add it really where there's a lot of texture on the ladies. Usually it's like T-zone in this area here on the cheeks, the chin area. So just depends. You can use it all over your face, or you can use it just in that texturized area, wherever you really want to blur the skin. So primer is on the face. We're going to go into this exciting foundation for $5 and a little extra change. This is the Wet n Wild PhotoFocus foundation in Dewy. So they have about 15 colors, and I picked up the soft beige and the rose ivory. Are you surprised about the rose? They really jumped colors. So with the shades, each one. So these were next to each other. And I thought, well, I think this might be too light, and I think this might be a little too warm. So I'll mix them together. So they're in glass bottles. What I really liked, I first pulled off the top because I had no idea that it was a twist top. So it's a twist top, and it comes with a little applicator like this. That to me is like amazing, because I don't love to pour out foundation because I'm always pouring too much, or I'm trying to put it back in and I feel like I've contaminated it because I've taken it out. So this is wonderful. I thought this was like very surprising for a foundation at this price. Also, I'm going to tell you what they say about this product. So this is going to be the newest innovation to the cult favorite PhotoFocus franchise. Dewy foundation. It's a lightweight, super nourishing foundation that delivers natural all-day wear. Silky and creamy, coverage is easily buildable from medium to full, and it easily transitions from day to night wear. Ideal for normal to dry skin types, this moisturizing formula blends seamlessly, blurs imperfections, and helps minimize the appearance of pores for a perfectly smooth, dewy finish. Oh, it's available in 20 cruelty-free, gluten-free, talc-free, and vegan shades. So it's ultra lightweight moisturizing formula, delivers buildable coverage and long-lasting, hydrating glow. So I was thrilled. So when I tried it, I was thinking to myself, it's not going to be that great, because you're thinking about the price. So when I went to put it on, I was like, okay, wow. What's going on with how like smooth it is on the skin? So it's almost like a serum foundation, the application of it on your hands. And then it was like, what does that smell? It smells beautiful. I don't know. It does have fragrance in it though. But I love this, just the feel of it. I just love the feel of it. So thin. Do you see it? When it drips down on my hands, I know that it's going to be perfect for me, because I do like more of that serum, lightweight. I think that's interesting that it says it's buildable, but we're going to put it on the right side of my face. So we're going to compare. So it's like this light, really beautiful, feminine, not offensive, not too much. I know that if you're sensitive to smells, maybe this might bother you. It doesn't bother me at all. And also the Chanel has that really beautiful, I don't know, there's something about when I smell like foundation going on and it smells pretty. I just feel like it's just like an added extra. It's like when you have scented paper, right? So we're going to put this on with our foundation buffing brush, and it's a clean brush. We'll use another clean brush for the other side so we won't mix them together. So we're going to buff this in. I didn't want to put anything on my skin yet, so you can just see the foundation. So you can see how it goes in, and it is that beautiful dewiness. It's almost like it just matches my skin. It just like goes in and really looks beautiful. I was so impressed, ladies. I was like, wait a second. This is amazing. So we have this blemish. Let's see. I'm going to do one full application right here on this right side of my face. And then we will I really like how it smells. And you know, I'm a little picky about things that smell when it comes to products, because I'm not really a big fan of different scents, but it smells really beautiful. So this is the first coat of putting on one just application. It's very silky, and I feel like it's very forgiving. So it really glides on really nicely. Even if I didn't have on my smoothing face primer, It's very pretty. It doesn't feel heavy. It doesn't feel like I'm wearing anything on. So we have one application of the Wet n Wild on the right side of my face. We're going to now do the Chanel on the left side because I want you to see the comparison when you do one application. We will go back and do two so we can see how they compare. So this is the Chanel, $150. I bought this last fall. This is the color BR12. It's more of a rosy kind of ivory color. So I'm going to put this on. You'll see that this also is very light. You can see how it's coming down on my hand. I'm going to take a new foundation buffing brush and I'm going to do it with my left hand, which is going to be interesting. Well, no, I can do it with my right hand. That was weird. So let's put this on. Now, I did say in one of my videos that it is a little light for my skin. So this one really matches well because I mixed two, but I didn't want to return this. I thought I could definitely warm it up with my Sheer Glow poolside. It's fine, not a big deal. But you're going to just take that into consideration. It's a little bit lighter. Now this smells the typical Chanel smell. It's beautiful, really feels gorgeous on the face. The key here is, can we tell the difference? This is what I really, really like to know from you. Can you tell the difference between a $5 foundation and a $150 foundation? And speaking of that, I'm going to give you what they say about the Chanel foundation. So this is an exquisite foundation with an unprecedented serum-like texture that melts into the skin and instantly creates a smoother, more radiant looking complexion. Day after day, skin maintains a luminous appearance. So the key ingredients here, they have it infused with vanilla. They have a vanilla oil in it. It's a light reflecting mica. They have some moisturizing and plumping for the look of the skin. They have antioxidants that help protect against external aggressors. And it includes a deluxe brush for seamless, customizable coverage. So not too much info that they give you on the website about this foundation, but you're going to see, I felt like when I first put it on my hand and I put it on my face, I was like, this feels so similar. Now, again, formulations are very different. You cannot say, like I just did in one of my last videos with the lash curler, I had the KEVYN and I had the Shuamura. They look the same. They are completely different quality. So you have to keep that in mind that, just because they feel the same, I mean, is it going to hold up over weeks, months, etc.? I don't know. I haven't tried it like that. I am doing it on first impressions, working with two formulations that seem very similar, as in the payout, how they're looking on my skin, how they feel, how they glide on, what kind of coverage I get. So for me, I actually feel that the Wet n Wild is more dewy on my skin after the first coat compared to the Chanel. I actually like this look better than this one. I mean, even though you do have some dewiness to this side of the skin, I feel that my skin looks really nice with the Wet n Wild. So let's go on with the second coat to see what this looks like on. They said it's buildable coverage. So I want to see what it looks like. See what this happens with this little blemish. Now remember, when you have blemishes, you can change color. You can't change texture. I have a little raised, it's raised. So, really working with the color there, not so much the mountain that it created. But I'm telling you, when you try this foundation, and I'm praying that this does not get discontinued. Every gem that I find for you is always like, oh, it's getting discontinued. Like I find all these really great products, and then all of a sudden everyone's like, wait, what happened? It is being discontinued. I personally think this is a beautiful foundation for you to try. No one can ever say now on my channel that I do not cover the gamut of foundations and being from the very, very bottom. I did see it on Amazon for $2 and something, but guess what? I don't really trust sometimes that it's the real product. So I would prefer to buy it at CVS, Walmart, an actual store. I just don't, I wouldn't take the chance of something I'm putting on my skin when it's at that price. I don't feel that it could be really authentic. That's just me. I'm not saying anything. I've heard things and I kind of err on the side of caution, but going in for the second coat over here, I think I need a little bit more. this really stayed. The two that I mixed together really stayed, and then I didn't have that much left over here, even though I did do 2 pumps and it seemed pretty similar. So let's just try again and see. Why do I do it with that left hand? Let's just see how it's looking for second application. So I think they're very, very similar from what I can see on the second application of the 2 Wet n Wild and also for Chanel. I like the dewiness because I just like that hydration look to my skin. This is very beautiful also. Again, the Chanel's a little bit lighter. The Wet n Wild is more of my color because I mixed 2. But can you tell a $150 foundation from a $5 and I think it was 79 cents on this side? I personally can't tell, and the actual experience with the 2 really feels the same. The Wet n Wild is elevated. It has a very beautiful feminine just tinge of a pretty smell. The thinness of the product going on the skin, feeling silky, gliding, really buffing into the skin very well, not grabbing any part of my skin, not feeling heavy, feeling lightweight. I would just dust it with a little translucent powder or a little Nikita banana because I would want to set it because it is more dewy. I don't want it to go anywhere. I just want to set it. I always set my foundation in T-zone. And then the Chanel is, looks beautiful, goes on beautifully, and, has that elevated experience also. But ladies, I'm all about just giving you the education, giving you the application, giving you the demo. Then you decide what you would want to do. Would you rather spend $150? Now, granted, this will last you a long time. You're not going to be using that much. This is 1.35 full ounces for the Chanel. And you have on here a 0.95 of the Wet n Wild. But I felt like the Wet n Wild gave you more out of just doing one little wipe with the applicator. When I put that on, it would probably be equivalent to a pump. So I felt like I would probably get more wear out of, even though it's a smaller jar, than the Chanel, because I felt like this really soaked up into my buffing brush, and then I had to re-pump out. So that is really exciting. I cannot believe I found this foundation. I cannot believe it. It was kind of like random. I had no expectations, with my Tom Ford at $89 for the eyeshadow. I had high expectations, like I'm really investing in this. I'm going out on a limb, paying almost $90 for an eyeshadow quad. I mean, what was I thinking? And it looked beautiful by the end, but the experience of it, fallout and expanding and oh my gosh, like trying to control the eyeshadow was not the experience I was looking for. So if you are looking for a similar experience to the Chanel, from sensory to just feeling everything, I mean, this is a real winner, ladies, real winner. And I feel so good that I found something that was the most inexpensive foundation ever, but still is delivering that quality to you. It's made in Thailand, it's vegan, it's talc-free, it's cruelty-free. I mean, it is checking off all those boxes, ladies, that I know that you're interested in. So we have this on, beautiful. And it's okay that we have 2 different colors. That is completely fine. I don't really think you can really tell that it's a little bit lighter. Maybe you can on camera, but from my perspective, you can't. I'm going to go in with a little translucent powder, and I'm going to just touch up. I like to do T-zone and feel like if there's anything that's just a tad too much, I'll just take it down a notch. But I like to do T-zone here in South Florida. It is a must. We're going to go in with a beautiful ageless, just rose petally palette for my cheeks. I wanted to do a powder instead of doing a cream because I didn't want to touch the foundation again. I'm going to just go in with, I usually like to just mix it all up, but I'll just go into the first color and maybe the last color. Just give a really pretty cheek. That's interesting. It's interesting. It seems like the Chanel foundation grabs more of the color. Do you see that? It came out and there wasn't more in my brush. At least from what I'm seeing here, it looks like it has a little bit more of that grabbing the product compared to being a little bit more smooth on the Wet n Wild side. Now, we did forget to do, let's keep it really simple. Let's just do a little eye brightener underneath the eyes instead of doing just peachy. We'll do a little eye brightener to spruce up the under eyes. I wanted to mention when I went into Sephora the other day, I bought a new deodorant. It's a clean deodorant. I've been using the Caudalie for a year now, and I decided I wanted to try something different. And I have the Maison Louise Marie. This smells like Le Labo's Santal. So if you like that, but you don't want it to be too much, but this is very like unisex, woodsy, sexy, something very different. The Caudalie is eucalyptus. So I went to the opposite spectrum and was like, let's bring it on deep and musky and woodsy. Oh, it smells really, really, it smells like grassy, but yet the Santal. It's really interesting and I'm enjoying it. So I just bought that, something different, something new, but I'm always into clean deodorants, aluminum free. So we need to spruce up the lips. I'm going to go into a classic cameo with my Pretty Smart. We'll top it with either Embrace or Sham. So let's line the lips before we're going to be doing a little vitamin E. Line my lips. I like to, since the vitamin E's on, I will take the lip liner and just fill it in a little bit. So I have a bit more color. Then we'll go in with Pretty Smart. This is very pretty. It is a wearable color. You can bump it up with a little lip gloss. I love this color. And then I will put either Champs, which is my favorite. It's like a little champagne topper, or I'll put Embrace, or I'll put Cocoa 13. And I haven't done the Cocoa 13 in a little bit. So let's just do some Cocoa 13. Just gives it that just extra right here in the middle. So it's on, giving you that extra little bump. You can wear it by itself. You don't have to put it over a lipstick if you don't want to. I'm going to do my Lawless setting spray. I want this beautiful foundation to stay on my face all day long. Curlers are coming out with this extra beautiful volume, always remembering which ones that I put a bobby pin in before I like rip them out of my head. So Velcro curlers are out, giving you a lot of volume. And if you haven't tried Velcro curlers, you cannot knock it until you try it, whether you have thin hair, whether you have flat hair, whether you have long hair. I'm telling you, it's a miracle worker. And of course, Rose of No Man's Land is going into my hair. This makes me feel so alive and happy. I'm telling you, fragrance it is definitely a journey of just whatever you want to experience. So put on something that makes you feel beautiful, makes you feel alive, makes you feel happy. I mean, scent is like something that can really pull you out of a mood, and I truly believe that. That's why I think I'm really into like hair mists and fragrance, and just always like adding to my collection, my fragrance wardrobe. So this is the look. This is a $150 foundation, and this is a $5, and let's just say $5.79, because I know it was something and change. I don't know the exact, but guess what? It's $5 and something. So that is all I care about. So it looks beautiful. It gives me that just beautiful experience of I just love putting it on. I was really, really impressed, and I don't get impressed that often, ladies. There's a lot of things that I just return and I don't even tell you about, because it's like, oh, I can't waste your time. Like, this was definitely just total garbage, and I'm not going to do that on this channel. This is time away from everything else for you to be able to learn, to grow, to know, to have knowledge, not to sit around and talk about things that don't work. We want to know what things will work. Chanel definitely works. It's beautiful, but do you want to pay $150? Wet n Wild, you can go and you can get at multiple different stores, and you can enter into a beautiful foundation that is mimicking that experience with Chanel. I think it's great, ladies. This is what I'm all about. I am so thrilled that I can show you this. And until my next video, I'll see you later.